Hey, all of my Dancer Fitness athletes and instructors, thank you so much for jumping in on this video. What we're gonna do is a quick warm-up, one that I like to lead my boot camps with. We're gonna go through a dynamic warm-up, some light stretching, and then a core and glute warm-up. This should take us about 10-15 minutes, and I wanna structure this in a way where you can just pull this up in class or send it to your dancers, and they can follow along with this warm-up. You can have them do this before you guys jump onto a Zoom or before you jump into a practice. So write it down, save the video, send it to your dancers, and let's get into it. The level of this warm-up is about like intermediate to advanced, but there's modifications if you need to make it a little bit easier for some of your more beginner dancers. Let's warm up with a dynamic warm-up. We're gonna do 5 inchworms into a push-up and a shoulder tap. If you need to remove the push-up and just do an inchworm, hold the plank and go into the shoulder tap, that's fine too. Here's what we're gonna do. Come up into a high releve. Belly is tight, squeezing the glutes. Walk yourself out to the plank. Push up, tap one shoulder, and another. Bend those knees, come back in, 4 more. High releve. Core is tight, shoulders down. Hold this plank if you need to, otherwise you're pushing up. Bend the knees, come back in. 3 more. We do this dynamic warm-up to mimic what we're gonna do in class, to decrease injuries and save time on warming up our skills. 2 more. Walk it out. Remember, just hold that plank if you need to. After this last one, I want you to come to your hands and knees. Push up, shoulder, shoulder. Drop to your hands and knees. Take a breath. Fidget, fix yourself. Hands and knees, pull the belly in tight. And arch. It's important to warm up the low back before we get into any flexibility. 3. And 4. Pull that belly in tight, nice big arch. And 5. 3 more, go 3. And 2. Last one. Good, find the stillness. Bring your knees together. Bring your hands together in a diamond shape. Place them on the floor. Shoulders down, belly tight. Extend the right arm and the left leg. Hold this for a beat. We're going to bring the elbows and knees to meet. Extend. And 2. Extend. 3. Extend. 4. Let's go. 5. 3 more. 2. Switching sides. In 1. Make sure that back stays flat and that you don't open the hips. Keep both hips down. Bring those hands back together, knees to touch, shoulders down, belly tight. Extend. Hold for a beat. Pull it in. Yes. 2. And 3. Reach. 4. Long lines. Drop the hip. 6. No need to crunch if you can't. Whew. 7. Just hold the extension. 8. Yes. Good. Come up onto those hips. One leg out in front. I want 2 90-degree angles in the knees. We're going to stretch out that hip. We're going to stretch out your hip in an active stretch. So 2 90-degree angles. Tuck the hips and squeeze the butt cheeks. Now I want you to shift forward just an inch, maybe 2. Nice deep stretch, belly tight, squeezing the booty. Now come out of it just a hair and forward. 2. So what we're avoiding here is that big long stretch that we normally do, that long lunge where we tend to pick out our fingers, pick out our hair, and we're just kind of laying there. We're not very active. Reach one arm up and reach to the side while you're gently coming in and out. Let's go 3 more here. 3, 2, 1. Knees come back together. Other side, tuck the hips, squeeze the butt, squeeze the core, rock it forward. We'll do about 5 here, then we'll add the arm. Whole time thinking, am I squeezing my butt? Is my belly pulled in tight? 3, And 5, arm up and reach. Good, don't go too far. I want you actively squeezing and tucking those hips. 3, and 4, and 5. Yes, bring those knees back together. Push yourself up into a downward dog. Pedal it out. Let's do a little bit of glute stretching. Very important that we warm up those glutes because that's your dancer's powerhouse. So what I like to do from here is extend one leg up to the sky. Slide it through for half pigeon. First, make sure both hip bones are facing forward. Second, back leg is active, and then fold in half. And I like to have my dancers just sort of rock side to side here. You're here about 30 seconds. It's a good time to start really thinking about, am I activating the back leg? Do I feel this in my glutes? If this is painful on your knee, you can come out of it and go into a figure 4. Same stretch, different positioning, a little easier on the body. If you're still in your half pigeon, reach a little further. Good. Now, push yourself back up. Pedal it out. Get all the blood back into your toes. Left leg up. Big stretch. Ooh, slide it through. Woo. Sit up tall. Hips forward. And fold. Going side to side. Getting nice and cozy in here. You should be a little bit warm already from that dynamic warm up. So this should feel pretty nice. Remember, you can always go into that figure 4 if you're feeling any discomfort in the knee or if this doesn't quite hit deep enough in your glutes. Next, after this, to continue warming up, we're gonna warm up our core and our glutes with a little plank variation, and then we'll be done with our warm up. Now, if you are having a class that needs additional stretching, make sure you guys do your butterfly, do your straddle stretch. This is typically a warm up I would do before a boot camp class, where a ton of flexibility isn't needed, but we do want to make sure that we're firing the correct muscles for power. So feel free to add a few more stretches at the end of this. You'll be nice and warmed up. Back up into that downward dog, pedal it out. Good. Coming down onto your knees. We're gonna go into a plank position with our knees tucked, and we're gonna walk our feet out and then lift our legs. It's gonna look like this. Hover position, walk it out, walk it in. That's 1. Go ahead and start joining me. This is 2. We have 10. If you have hyperextended elbows, soften them. And yes, go 5 and 6. 7, 8, you're gonna end this plank when we're done. 9, and drop to your elbows in. 10, drop to the elbows. Now lift the legs, go, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. So there you have it. Easy peasy warm up. If you want to modify, feel free, and then add some additional stretches at the end. Thank you so much, you guys. This is